Someplace, somewhere in Africa, there is a good love story that took a young man from America to marry a woman who had given birth 10 times. What is even more surprising is that these two met at their wedding for the first time. What kind of love is it that made this guy cross the ocean to find this woman? Who connected them? This is Janet, a mother of 10 children, and Jackson, a young man living in the United States of America. This is their story. When Janet was young, she lost both of her parents, which caused her to grow up in a difficult life. After realizing that living and getting what she wanted was difficult for her, she decided to enter the profession of prostitution. She started this profession at a very young age. Everyone in the area she came from knew it, and no one cared enough to help her get out of it. As days went by, she had children with different men, and she produced children like it meant nothing to her, again and again, until she had a 10th child without a husband. None amongst the children share a father with another. Because of Janet's determination, she was no longer offended by people's words. One day, a servant of God approached her where she was sitting and told her that Jesus loved her and that he wanted her to become his child. She heard this, but it ended there. After a few days, she felt her heart pounding, and she went to the church, repented of all her sins, and received Jesus Christ as the King and Savior of her life. After she became a new person, she began to testify everywhere, saying how she had lived in sin and that God saved her from her sins, and now she's happy. One day, when she was testifying, someone took a video of her and posted it on YouTube. Many people watched it, including Jackson, a young man who was living in America. This testimony touched his heart, so he started looking for Janet's number and soon found it. So they started talking and praying together. Later, they became friends and continued until they fell in love. As they kept communicating, their passion took another step. Even though none of them had ever met face to face, they were only talking on social media. Until then, Janet felt like what was happening to her was nothing but a miracle. Soon after, Jackson called Janet on the phone and asked her to marry him, and Janet said yes. Janet seemed to have no longer hope of finding a husband to live with because of the way she was treated among others. This miracle overcame her, and she thanked God for it. A few days later, the young man asked her to arrange a wedding so that he would come and get married and return to work in America. Janet started to get ready now that Jackson had given her all the money that was needed. When the wedding was a few days away, the church from where Janet was attending services told her that they couldn't marry her. It hurt her a lot, and when she asked why, they told her that they found that they would not marry her. She immediately started looking for another place that would marry them, and by luck, she found another place. The groom was also on the way and arrived during the night. The wedding was supposed to happen in the morning. Everything was in order, so the marriage took place in the morning. Therefore, Janet and Jackson saw each other face to face for the first time, and it was only happiness on both sides. Their wedding was beautiful. People were happy. The party was a celebration. Shortly after, our journalists visited the couple and found them healthy and happy in a comfortable new home. Jackson had returned to America for work because his vacation was over, so he immediately left. Today, Janet is alone. She is fine, everything is going well, and her husband has started helping to find documents that will allow her to go to America to her husband. Now, Janet is waiting for the papers and hopes they will be found soon. Thanks for watching. This is Afromax English. Please remember to subscribe for more videos.